So this is the solutions to Quick Quiz 10. So I wanted to make sure everybody knew how to do it. So let's first find f of a plus h in part A. So that says everywhere you see an x, you should put an a plus h. And then we should have minus the quantity a plus h squared, which is a plus h times a plus h. Then we'll have plus 3a plus 3h minus 7. Well, a plus h times a plus h is going to be a squared plus 2ah plus h squared. So we're going to have negative a squared plus 2ah plus h squared plus 3a plus 3h minus 7. Then we need to distribute that negative sign through all three terms. So here is f of a plus h. Then I leave it up to you of how you want to do this exactly, but I've been showing people to do the numerator only. And so that's the f of a plus h minus f of a part. So that's copy f of a plus h. And then subtract off f of a, which is minus a squared plus 3a minus 7. So this is just the numerator, negative a squared minus 2ah minus h squared plus 3a plus 3h minus 7 plus a squared minus 3a plus 7. Okay, so then we have a negative a squared and a positive a squared, a 3a and a negative 3a, and a negative 7 and a positive 7. So that's going to leave us negative 2ah minus h squared plus 3h. That's just the numerator. So we also need to do the denominator, which is dividing by the h. So you'll have negative 2ah minus h squared plus 3h divided by h. And I'm going to encourage you to factor out h. So you can see that the answer to this part B is negative 2a minus h plus 3. This is the average rate of change. So then part C, I asked you for the instantaneous rate of change. So that's the limit as h goes to 0 of the average rate of change. So make sure and pay attention to how this notation goes. This is the limit as h goes to 0 of the average rate of change. So that's negative 2a plus 3 is the instantaneous rate of change. So this is the instantaneous rate of change anywhere. And then I asked you specifically when a equals 2. So then the last thing you do is plug in the 2 and you get negative 1. So let me know if you have any questions about that procedure.